Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive Music Reactions. My name is Danny. Today I'm sharing my thoughts on something truly unique, Pink Floyd's Live at Pompeii, filmed in 1972. This isn't just any concert, it's experimental art performance, I would say, set in a haunting ruins of an ancient Roman amphitheater. And thanks everyone for recommending me to check out this concert based on the reactions that I did on The Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here albums. If you're first time here, please check the playlist. You can find my reactions of those two albums on the channel. And I was super impressed with Pink Floyd, hearing them for the first time properly. And I wanted to check how they did in the performance, live performance. And watching this for the first time was like stepping into a museum of sound and visuals. It's an experience that left me intrigued, humbled, and at times even uncomfortable. So let's deep dive into how this concert came about, break down the tracks, and discuss its lasting significance in music history. Um, Basically, by the early 1970s, Pink Floyd was evolving from their psychedelic beginnings into a band that known for pushing the boundaries of music and sound. And fresh off albums like Metal, that many of you recommended me I should check next. Let me know in the comments if that's the case. I should check it. The group was searching for ways to experiment artistically, and instead of performing in front of an audience, they filmed in the desert amphitheater of Pompeii. The setting itself, it's a place frozen in time by the eruption of the mountain, and added it just added like a surreal, timeless atmosphere to the experimental music. It was directed by Adrian Maben, and he wanted the performance to capture the raw essence of Pink Floyd's sound without distractions from a live audience. The result was a fusion of music, art, and film, a bold statement about creativity and performance. And I was really impressed by the director's art direction and how everything was edited, cut, and how everything came about. It's never, I won't say boring, but it's never leaving you to drive your attention to something else. You're always drawn into this music for better or for the worse. So the concert opens with Echoes, an epic track that spans over 20 minutes. The performance starts slowly with serene keyboards, melodies, and builds to a powerful crescendo. And watching the band lock into these interactive jams was really memorizing, especially after the first part with the vocal singing part. I've really enjoyed that medley or jam that they created, that instrumental part. It was absolutely one of the highlights of the concert for me. And their connection as a musician was palpable, let's say. Each member contributing to an ever evolving sonic landscape. I especially like the drumming on this piece altogether, and yeah, it was just very incredibly. At the beginning, I was kind of disappointed that they are not focusing on the musicians, what they are doing, but through the concert, this was definitely corrected. I especially liked how the drummer was playing. Of course, the drums, but the style, how he handles the sticks, and how the execution is. I mean, they're super tight, and just thinking how much did they have to practice all that to sound so flawless and magical. It's another thing to just study on its own. And yeah, it's just like seamless improvisation and jamming showcased the band's true talent. Um, then the next tracks Careful with the axe, Eugene shifted moods dramatically. The song builds tension with eerie, almost whispering vocals before erupting into chaotic screams and distorted guitars. And this experimental noise was unsettling for me, unfortunately. It's not something that I'd listen to casually, but I felt like I was witnessing an abstract art piece, challenging yet provoking, right? Um, Still, because there's no audience, you have this impression that this is actually like a museum piece. It's like a performance that there's a different, definitely a different energy when there's an audience. They're performing it for the audience, and without the audience, they created something truly special. They created art, a statement in time, frozen in time, forever. And because of that, it really, really puts another dimension to it. And a set of controls for the heart of the sun continues this experimental journey with hypnotic rhythms and haunting sounds. Again, I found myself more drawn to the structure parts of the performance rather than the avant-garde soundscape. I think there's a part when the band jams all together, and it was absolutely astonishing. And I was a little bit puzzled. I'm not sure had they been removing the background or some of the parts were recorded in the studio or somewhere else. But I was kind of intrigued how they were switching through these venues sometimes, or it at least looked like that. And but nevertheless, these moments reminded me of walking through a museum. You might not connect with every piece, but you cannot help but respect the creative genius on display. And another standout was so full of secrets, where the band's improvisation bordered on chaotic. Yet even amid the chaos, you can sense the meticulous craftsmanship at work. Definitely, let's put it like that. So, um, what else to say? What struck me the most was how the performance blurred the lines between music and art. That really is something that stood out for me. It wasn't just a concert, it was an immersive experience that challenged my expectations. While I didn't enjoy, as I said, every moment, but to be honest, the felt uncomfortable, and even I felt uncomfortable at times. I couldn't help but appreciate the sheer audacity and brilliance of what Pink Floyd accomplished here. It's rare. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear many concerts or many different concerts, but to my knowledge, it's rare to see musicians willing to take such creative risk, and even rarer those risks to be documented so beautifully and almost perfectly. Watching this offered me a fresh perspective on Pink Floyd. I always admired their style. I mean, uh, it's something that it's starting to grow on me, and not sure in which direction to go. But this performance showed me how far they are willing to go to push and redefine what music could be. And still, nevertheless, I don't think I will come back to this concert necessarily. It's one-time experience that gave me insights into the band's experimental nature and their talent. And it's not something that I would revisit for enjoyment. Maybe some songs more than the other, but it's something that I will always respect and highly recommend to everyone to watch at least once. Like great art, it doesn't always need to be liked to be appreciated. And it's a milestone. I definitely think it's a milestone in music history, a testament to the power of experimentation and artistic freedom. It's a reminder that sometimes stepping outside of what comfortable led to something unforgettable, right? So I know many of you have seen this concert, but if you have not, please do check it out. And regardless, let me know your thoughts about this concert. What are your favorite moments? What was the first time you've seen this performance live? Was it actually in theaters? How did people get around to see it back in the 1972 or maybe some years later? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be reacting to more live concerts that I watched recently, as well as music books, biographies, and yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye bye.